Hey there everybody, it is now officially week 2 of this build, my Ahsoka build. If you are new here and just stumble on this video, hi, my name is Amanda and we are creating Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian, and this is week 2. So if you haven't watched last week's, I would suggest you go watch last week's vlog build, and so you can get caught up and then come over and watch this one. So this week my goals are to finish the mock-ups for the tunic and the pants. The pants are done. I need to adjust the pattern for that, so I'm gonna put the pants aside and we're gonna work on the mock-ups here, all the patterns that I did last week for her tunic. And once I have the mock-ups done for that, then we are going to move to cutting some fabric, finally. Before I cut the pants, I'm gonna have to dye the pants, which is gonna stink, and I hate dyeing. I'm sure when we get to that day, you guys are going to get really familiar with how much that I hate dyeing. Fabric. So, tonight will probably be a short night. It will probably be me just cutting out patterns and adjusting patterns. Tomorrow evening, I would really like to get to cutting some fabric. Mock-up of the tunic, and then trying on for that, and then dyeing, and then whatever else we get to, we'll get to. However, I do have some things I want to show you all. I got her boots in, and I know you're probably looking at these, especially if you're keen-eyed Ahsoka fans, that her boots that she has in the show are actually split-toe boots. These are not split-toe boots. I'm not a fan of those. I wanted comfortable, so I went with just a regular black mid-calf boot from my cosplay secret weapon, Thread Up. If you guys are not familiar with Thread Up, it is an online secondhand clothing store. Pretty short and sweet. So I got these charcoal black boots that I will be gluing all the armor on much later, but I wanted to show you the boots that I got in, so yeah. I also got a shipping notification for my sabers coming from Geeky Artifacts out of Australia. I don't know when those are gonna get here, but hey, I got the shipping notification so I can track them, and now that's gonna be really exciting when those get here. I feel like the sabers are kind of like the cherry on the top for Ahsoka. When you have those and they light up, they're kind of just perfect. That's it right now. Before we get started on everything else, I just want to tell you all thank you for making my book sold out on my website. I can't believe it. Today, December 8th, I am completely sold out of my book on my website. If you would like to get one of my books with my signature and bookmark, you'll have to wait till after the holidays. Sorry about that, but that's just how the cookie's crumbling for this one. It is still available online through several online retailers like Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon if you would like a copy. However, it doesn't have my signature and bookmark, but you can still get yourself a copy for the same price if you really want it between now and the holidays. But just a thank you again for that. I'm so excited that you guys are like really digging my book. I can't wait to work on my next one, hopefully, and I'll have way more information about that much later after Ahsoka. So let's get back into Ahsoka mode and start cutting out some patterns. everyone. It's December... Hey babe, what's today's date?
It's the 8th.
Thank you. It's December...
I'm just kidding, no, it's
It's
the 9th.
the 9th. It's December 9th. Yes. It's a Wednesday. We're going to continue working on Ahsoka. Didn't get as much done last night as I wanted. Needed an evening to myself and this cat butt right over here. So I did get the tunic cut out of muslin. So we're going to make the tunic out of muslin, and we're going to get a good final look of what the tunic will look like. Hopefully it'll fit me and I don't have to do a lot of alterations. That would be ideal. Then we will move into cutting fabric. I already did cut up my mock-up for the pants. I didn't realize that because I wish I would have kept the mock-up of the pants similar so I could put it all on, but hey, you live, you learn. So yes, enjoy some montaging of me stitching this thing together and seeing what it looks like on me. Tunic, here we come. It's a Wednesday. It's kind of like a midweek type of thing. I hope to get to more exciting things of Ahsoka soon. Motivation for me has been very low lately, and I don't know why. So that's okay. That's what this vlogging thing is about, to tell you all that I go through struggles making stuff like this all the time. I don't make it that fast, and I know a lot of other people are making this build really quickly, and props to you, but I cannot. So let's get to muslin sewing. Mock-up needs a few more adjustments, but I think overall it's good. I had to redraw the neckline. It's a little off. I know I shouldn't be doing this underneath or over top clothes, but I didn't want to be naked for you guys. So I think this line is good. Over the boob is good. I'm gonna have to remove some of these darts in the front just to make it a little looser. But this vest part here is good. Where this crosses over here is good. It's hard to do at the back, but I think the back is gonna be just fine. I'm pretty confident on that. Yeah, so I know this is hard to see, but the tunic mock-up, as rough as it may look, is done to a point. So yeah, I'm probably gonna remove the darts just to give a little more comfort, and the fact that I am going to be having a belt and stuff over top of it. It'll be okay. Isn't this part so glamorous? Here I am again, folks. It's December, I don't know what, because I just got done showering, if you can tell from my hair, but after a 3.5 long Disney freaking presentation on Investor Day about all the new content that's coming to Disney Plus, so that means I had to pay attention because I heard inklings and I had some thoughts that an Ahsoka series would drop, so I needed confirmation. Therefore, I sat through that entire thing, and oh my lord, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted for watching what essentially was an investor business call that everyone turned into a live event, and we have an Ahsoka live action series that's coming next Christmas. I am floored. I can't believe it. What the fuck? My reactions on Twitter and Instagram were extremely valid of what I was feeling at the moment, but all of the other stuff that they announced, like, I realize this is a multi-year slate, things that are coming down the pipeline, but you know what? As a Star Wars fan, as a Marvel fan, as a Disney fan, as a content fan, a fandom, this was exciting, and it's something we needed. Especially during this year. So it was kind of like a little Christmas present from Disney, I swear. But if you guys are not familiar with what I'm talking about, today, December 10th, I think today is, Disney had an investor meeting, basically a big presentation, kind of like Hall H, San Diego Comic-Con stuff, of all their upcoming stuff for Disney Plus and in theaters. And it was pretty much, the first 2 hours were nothing really, and then the last 2.5 hours were all of their stuff that they own and have, explaining all their new content that's coming out. And of course Star Wars was first, and they announced so many new series and movies. I can't. So I'm just gonna give the highlights of what I am the most excited about. Of course, the Ahsoka series, #1 by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. The other, is it Knights of the New Republic, I think? No. Oh crap, I'm sorry. I'll add that in right here, which one that was. But I was too excited about Ahsoka, to be honest. I didn't really even read what the other one was. So there's that. Then there is the, of course, Cassian Andor series, the Kenobi series that we already know about. That's exciting, but the most exciting part about the Kenobi series is that Hayden Christensen is coming back as Vader. My prequel heart is exploding. I am prequel stan, so you can say whatever you want. Don't come at my DMs for that. So let's see, a bunch of other animated series that looks really fun. The little droid series look like fun. There's a couple of new stuff like Visions and Acolyte, I think. But the Lando series that was just kind of popped out of nowhere. But one of the most exciting things I'm pumped about is the Rogue Squadron movie directed by Patty Jenkins. Finally, we have a lady directing a Star Wars movie. It's been 84 years. I swear that meme couldn't be any more correct. I know I used it on Twitter, but there's other things that I'm probably missing out on, but I need to get to working on Ahsoka because it is way too late in the evening and I spent way too much time watching all of that and drinking wine and getting excited on Twitter. So all I'm gonna do tonight is shore up the patterns and get ready to cut out the fabric tomorrow. But I'm exhausted by being excited. And of course, I don't want to leave out Marvel stuff. But the thing about the Marvel stuff is that it wasn't, there wasn't a lot of new things except the stuff at the end, which was exciting. Woohoo! But just a new content, guys. Also, a Fantastic Four movie. I'm very pumped about that. So, new content. I need to calm myself down and get into the mode of pattern making, which is a mode that I don't like to be in much. Here we go. finally shored up. At least these are. So probably not gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna go hang out and rest, but fabric cutting officially tomorrow. Officially. And I feel like this is taking me forever to do, but I got my pants and the tunic all ready to go, so here's to that. I'm gonna go eat some ice cream now. This is unfortunately what the design process looks like on the floor. Muslin, scraps, and cutouts everywhere. But it takes a lot to get from muslin to here. So there's a lot of cutting and slicing and dicing to get your mock-ups and your patterns to look perfect. Hey everybody, it is December 12th, I think. That's one thing this whole vlogging thing has taught me, is that I don't know what day it is. Does anybody else feel like that? Well, today is the Saturday of week 2, and I'm making progress on Ahsoka. We have, up until now, which you've probably already seen in the video because I started working on it, we are doing, I have cut out and flatlined all of the pattern, or all of the fabric for Ahsoka's tunic, and I'm very happy with it. I think it looks great so far. The colors look spectacular. We're just gonna keep moving on that tonight. Hopefully I'll get that at least together to a point where I can put on the trim work around the neck, because I believe that is, I'm going to use my pants fabric for that. If it all turns out well. So yeah, I'd like to get the tunic sewn up to that point where I can put that on, and then dye the fabric tonight. Ooh. So I can work on it tomorrow, work on the pants tomorrow, and then get started on her OB. Yeah, the belt thing. So I can get started on the belt thing. Yeah, so that's the plans. I've had a really productive day today. It's been quite great. So I'm just gonna keep moving on. I love Saturdays. I feel like Saturdays are the only days of the week that I can really like fully commit to working on stuff. Saturdays and Sundays, because throughout the week, I'm just so busy with work. And then I get off work, and then dinner, and then working out, and then spending time with boyfriend and cat. It really chucks into my time, and I don't like it. But here we are on Saturday. I'm here by myself. I can get things done. So let's keep going. you guys kind of a, here's how it's looking right now. It's hard to tell anything because like I don't have the trim on and I don't have anything on, but I really dig the fabric choices that I'm doing, and I am up to the point to where I'm gonna have to go dye that pants fabric because I need that fabric to make this, so the trim. But I just wanted to show you all the color difference here from the vest to the tunic and how that looks when it lays properly where it's supposed to, like right there. I just really dig it. I think it looks really cool. So I just did like a little bitty try on, and the back actually looks really nice. I really like that. I am doing a separating zipper in the back. Also, I realized that her back fabric is probably different, and I think it might be black. I don't really know. To this point now, I'm not buying any more fabric for this thing. I'm just going to use what I have and get really creative. So, yeah. This tunic is looking fantastic. I've added some detail into the vest. I might do more because I just love those details. So now is the time. I've been dreading this whole experience. I have to go dye fabric. A lot of fabric. You'll see why I hate it here soon. So I've already ran into about 800 problems. One being my sample dye pot is missing. It's at my sister's house. Two being I can't use the tub method to dye synthetic fabric. RIT dye website is like, you can't use it, you can't use it, you can't use it. And I'm like, I have no option. So we're gonna do it anyways. The worst thing is that it won't take the color, and I'll just have to think of another method. It needs to get darker, so we're gonna try something. It basically says I can only use the stovetop method for synthetic fabric dyeing. So, which means you have to have your water at like the hottest of hot temperature, which is what I prefer to do. But when you're dyeing yardage of fabric, it's really hard to do stovetop, because my stovetop is a general house stovetop and not like a nice dye area that I used to have when I worked at the Louisville Ballet. So we're gonna dye a sample. I have like 800 gallons of water boiling, or trying to get to there at least. See how far we go. And yeah, so this might be an absolute disaster. Stay tuned for the ride. Well, this is perfect. It's the perfect charcoal gray that I need on the stovetop method. So, I might have to make a really bad, naughty sewing decision to where, I'm gonna have to make the pants, then dye them. Because I know it's gonna be less fabric than this amount of yardage that I have. So it'll just be smaller. It's still going to be a lot, but I think if I could just keep the temperature up to over 200 degrees on my water, it will work. But this is perfect. This is the exact color that I needed. This is why dyeing at home sucks. Unless you have natural fibers, then it's great, because then you can use all kinds of different methods, but there's barely any natural fibers out there with fabrics anymore that are fun and creative that cosplayers can use. All right, end off my soapbox. I'm gonna go brainstorm.
12 o'clock midnight.
Well, I've come to a decision, folks. Not using that fabric. I looked at the swatch test next to my tunic fabrics, and it was just too warm gray. And like, this is minute. I realize this, and I'm being very picky. But I know I'm not going to like the final look of it with that pattern, that type of fabric. I'm not gonna like it. So the problem is I cut it up into like chunks of yardage. So I cut down the amount of yardage that I needed for the pants, and it was smaller, but it wasn't small enough for me to do a stovetop dyeing method. And there was no other method to get this fabric to dye, and it works. I can't use a sink, I can't use the tub, I can't use a gallon bucket, because with synthetics, you need to keep the water over 200 degrees. And immediately once you move the water off of the heat, it is no longer 200 degrees. And I don't have an outside cooker, or I live in a condominium building. We just have the parking lot. I don't have the outside capabilities to do outside dyeing. And so I'm just not gonna worry about it. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna hunt for different fabric for the pants, obi, and arm sleeves, which is gonna be all the same fabric. And it's gonna be okay. I have to live with it. It's the choice that I made. I'm gonna move on. However, I do have some good fabric choices that I want to look at other than knit. I don't think knit is good enough for this. I think the fabric weight needs to be less. Knit is a heavier fabric weight, and it's very bulky when you fold it. It doesn't pleat well. And her pants are very, very much, they're very pleated. They're very similar to some different samurai type pants that I've been researching and that people have been sending to me, which I very greatly appreciate it. You guys have been sending me wonderful keywords that I can now research and find better alternatives for the pants besides just harem pants, you know. So that's fantastic. And that's where I'm gonna go. So tonight, the rest of the evening is going to be fabric searching online. Yay! But that's okay. And that being said, this is Saturday. Therefore, it is the last day of the week that I will be adding into my vlog, because Sunday is vlog day, editing, so I can have it up for you guys on Monday. So this week was definitely great and problematic, especially with the pants. But I did get the tunic finished to where I just need to add that trim at the top, and it looks great. I'm very happy with the fabric choices there. So we're moving slowly. Thank you guys for following along and telling me that you really like this vlog style. I appreciate it a lot, because I'm still on the fence about it and talking through all of this. But it seems like you guys really are enjoying it, so I'm going to keep going. Next week, let's get those freaking pants done. Let's get this fabric. Somehow, I don't know if it'll come in next week. The poor post office is having a hard time getting things delivered on time right now, and I completely understand why. So we might move on to maybe the belt, or start working on the armor pieces. Or maybe even, if I'm feeling really creative, work on the headpiece. No, I don't want to do that one yet. And I don't want to do the cloak yet until I have the head, the new Leiku finished. So who the hell knows what's going to go on next week, but I'll tell you what, things are going to happen and it's going to be good. So once again, thank you for joining along for this week's vlog. If you like this channel, my channel, and you like Ahsoka and sewing and Star Wars and cosplay, please give my channel a subscribe and join us every week for this weird journey that we're on making Ahsoka Tano. And until next time, bye y'all.